the legendary OG CuttyMack, bringing you the Hood Classic. Woo! Dubie the Hustler, audiobook, in memory of Chapter 2. After damn near a 2-hour ride on LA's notorious 405 freeway, I had to get off the school bus and immediately jump on the RTD bus on Gage to get to the Fox Hills Mall. Public transportation is a bitch on Friday during rush hour. The bus was crowded. I had to stand up the entire ride. The dude next to me was stinking, and he had the nerve to get mad at me because I was a little musty from PE class. But what was his excuse? The dusty-looking lady in her late 20s, whose allergy just had to be fucking with her on that day, was getting on my goddamn nerves. She kept making that snore sound every 20 seconds, followed by that weird noise those allergic motherfuckers make when they're scratching their throat. She kept doing that shit the entire ride. I wanted to hit that bitch in the neck with a wiffle ball bat. I turned my body and positioned myself in another direction. Have you ever seen a person that had a nasty looking mouth? It looks like they just been chewing on pecans and forgot to swallow them. And speaking of swallow, the old lady seated in the front of the bus with the egg salad sandwich made her presence known. And right on cue, here comes the talkative stranger invading my personal space. I couldn't wait to get off that bus. Why is it always one asshole that stands in front of the door every time it opens? I snapped on that dude, and I had never seen him in my life. He had it coming. Man, if you don't get your big tuba-playing lips out my way so I can get off this hot-ass bus. This fool's lips so big, I saw him whispering to himself in his own ear. Every time he smiles, he gets spit in his hair. Nigga, is that your lips or a turtleneck sweater? Oh yeah, I roasted just about everybody on the planet, including myself. If I don't clown myself, I'm not being true to the art or myself. The rules of roasting say to get everybody. And if I exclude myself, I'm doing a disservice to the craft. I strolled into the Fox Hills Mall with $22.50. I needed a name brand shirt, some name brand shoes, and some pants. I went into the May Company. It was my day. They had polos on sale for $6. What? This is unreal. A polo shirt was originally $59.99. An Izod Lacoste was $29.99. That was a whole lot of money for a shirt in 1983. A lot of us had to wear the La Tigre or the La Dragon in hopes that one day we could get the authentic shirt with the alligator on it. In the hood, when the newest fashions came out, we just repeated what everybody was saying what the hot thing was. Most of the times, we never pronounced the name right, so we had our own definitions and enunciations. In our day, when somebody said they had a polo shirt, it automatically meant Ralph Lauren, the shirt with the man on the horse. We didn't know nothing about a polo style shirt. What the fuck was that? It didn't have any animal sewn on the chest. It was just plain. I see why they was $6. The cheap La Dragon from Sears would show I was at least pretending to wear something that looked like an Izod alligator. Man, that ticket price shattered my whole dream. I already had my outfit calculated in my head with change left over. I didn't have enough money for a shirt, much less an entire outfit. I walked around the mall a couple of times and saw some things I could afford, but they weren't in style. I went to the Foot Locker to check out the shoes. They had Nike hats on sale for $12.99. Everybody wanted that particular hat. It was the first sports cap ever made that cost over $10. That was unheard of. I had to get it. A top-of-the-line Nike hat was enough for my friends to take their mind off my old clothes for a minute, but not me. I couldn't wear that fresh hat and a bum shirt. I went back into the May Company. I saw a couple of preppy dudes from the west side of town around my age trying on some Izod's and polo shirts. They had on the rare $80 long sleeve Ralph Lauren polo shirts, old faded Levi's that were flooding too short, polo socks to match the shirt, and some Vans tennis shoes. Even though we didn't dress like that in my part of town, I could have got away with that look on my budget. I had the old Levi's already. I just needed a polo or a Lacoste shirt. I listened and watched as the preppy dude shopped. I slid up next to them and browsed through the shirts like they were doing. Somebody slipped a plain long sleeve shirt on the Ralph Lauren rack that looked exactly like the authentic polo one of them had on. The preppy dudes laughed at it because it was only $7 and the man on the horse was missing. I walked over to the sock department. Damn, one pair of polo socks was $12. Shit, a 12-pack of tube socks only cost $4.99, and I had to make those last the entire school year, too. Shit, as it was, the tube socks I had on were drunk with a hole in the heel. Shit, that would defeat the whole purpose of wearing flooded Levi's if I had to wear dingy socks with no elastic left in them. Izod socks were $7 a pair. I picked a set up. If I bought those, I would have $2 left. I still needed a shirt. The alligator on the socks was kind of loose, so I immediately put them back and got another pair. I wasn't about to pay $7 for some expensive socks with the most important part falling off. I would have been better off buying some dollar socks and... Just then it hit me. I snatched the damaged socks and snatched the alligator right off with ease. I found another pair of socks where I could slip my fingernail underneath the alligator logo and I just pulled it off. I grabbed some $1 color socks that matched the knockoff shirt the preppy dudes were clowning. I was set, but I still had a problem. I didn't have enough for the tax or the bus fare home. I looked at the girl at the cash register. She was a fat girl in some soft shoes. She was stressed out and tired from a long day, plus she wasn't too bright. She rang up my items and it came to $8 and some change. I gave her $3 bills, one at a time, and then the 5. She placed them in the register, just as I hoped she would. I kept talking to her and holding up the line behind me. I stood there while she waited for the change, and I said, "Oh, damn. I'm sorry, miss. I didn't see the tax. My bad." I opened my empty wallet and pretended to search through the make-believe bills and said, "I don't have any change, and I don't want to break this big bill. Let me see if I have a small bill. Okay, give me back what I gave you, and I'll just break this 20. I waited until she handed me the bills. She was already confused about what I gave her. "Wait a minute. Take this back. I found another $1 bill." "Oh, damn. Give me that back. That's not the one. Whew, that's possum money right there for the gas bill. I can't pay you with that unless you're going to let me move in with you." Pops be tripping, you know what I mean? We exchanged a couple of bills again while I continued to look through my empty wallet. "Oh, wait a minute. Here's another $5 bill. Take this and put it with the one I gave you already." The girl was looking confused. She looked at the $3 bills in my hand and looked down at the register. She could remember she gave me the $5 bill back and I was hoping she wouldn't. But by now, the people behind me were in line getting pissed off. "Is there another register open? Is there another register open? This line, we've been in this line. Can you call the manager? Somebody call the manager, please. Can you call the manager, please?" Before I left up out of there with a hat, a shirt, a pair of socks, 2 alligators, and an extra $1.43 in change for my pockets. I now had $4.43. I am a hustler, baby. A high roller. This is what I do. I was born into this shit. I was not made. Boy, I was feeling so good, I went back into the shoe store. If I had a $20 or a $50 bill, I could have easily played that square at the register for a pair of sneakers half off. I looked to my left, and I saw the same preppy dudes from May Company in the Foot Locker buying some new shoes. They put the old pair of Vans they wore to the store in the box. They were still in great condition. I asked the one that was close to my size if he wanted to sell them. They just kind of laughed and said I could have them. I came up. My outfit was complete, and Dubie was ready to freak.